Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time zone you in. Just want to greet you. I am Mrs. Emmanuel or Teacher Regina. Today in this lesson, we will be solving one variable equations. And the variable will be on both sides of the equal sign. We will have rational coefficient as well as rational constants. And you know those are like real numbers, not imaginary. Just thought I said it. However, we will not have fractional exponents or fractional constants. We will not have grouping symbols in this video. If you're in the state of Texas, this focus on TEKS 8.8c. Do you hear me? Before we get started, guys, make sure that you have a journal, pencil, and access to decimals and or a calculator. Because if you're an 8th grader, you can use calculator. We would not be doing long subtraction, addition, multiplication, division, okay? Put it in the calculator, put it in decimals, and let's keep it moving. All right, well, let's get started. Do I need this? No, you do. I have my pencil, and I have my iPad to do my notes. And guys, you know you can use your iPad for notes just as well. That's up to you. But remember, this video, I will be walking you through the steps. You may say, well, Mrs. Emmanuel or Teacher Regina, you are going too fast. Remember, with any videos, you have the ability to pause, stop, rewind, fast forward. It's for your advantage to help you to succeed in your academic progress. So let's get started with this lesson. All right, let's solve the equation negative 8w equals negative 8 minus 10w. In all of my equations, when I am solving, I will rewrite the original equation so that I will not forget what it was original. Anyway. You understand? So I'm rewriting it, so it's a given. I'm rewriting it, and then you notice that I thought we wrote negative 8w equals negative 8 minus 10w. I wrote negative 8w on the left-hand side. I left space, and then I wrote equals negative 8 minus 10w because the objective is to isolate the variable. Therefore, I need to get the variable term on one side of the equal sign and get the constant on the opposite side of the equal sign. Okay? So what I'm going to do first is get rid of that subtract 10w that's on the right-hand side because that negative 8w is on the left-hand side of the equal sign alone. So let's gather the w terms on the left-hand side of the equal sign. So add 10w to both sides. Why did I add 10w? You're always going to do the opposite, the inverse operation. If I'm subtracting 10w to get rid of it, I must add 10w to both sides to keep that balance. Now you know additive inverse 10w plus 10w equals 0. I said 10w. It's negative 10w plus 10w equals 0. Then negative 8w plus 10w. When you combine those two terms, you get 2w equals negative 8. Moving right along, identify the coefficient of the variable because of 2w. W isn't alone. It has a 2 as the coefficient. We want a positive 1 for the coefficient when you're isolating a variable. A positive 1, not a negative 1, a positive 1. So in order to get that positive 1w, I must divide both sides by the coefficient of w because that's the inverse operation, inverse undoing. So here we have identified 2 as the coefficient of w. We're dividing both sides by 2. On the left-hand side, we will have 1w remaining. And on the right-hand side, we have negative 4 because negative 8 divided by 2 equals negative 4. Now, if you don't remember your integer rules, this lesson is not for that. You need to input your information into decimals, okay? So therefore, you need to put negative 8 divide, press the division key, by 2. Okay? And as you see, I put an equals instead of a negative 8. That's okay. What I'm going to do, I'm going to just delete it and put the subtract negative 8 divide by 2. Matter of fact, let's just erase that. Negative 8 divide by 2. And you notice we got negative 4. We don't have time to, in this lesson, like I said, this video here, it is not for, it's not for integer roots. It's for solving equation. Okay, it's not for computation. Okay, so make sure that you write your justification down on the, well, I put it on the right hand side. However, if you're like a student who you're an avid or what have you, you may want to put it in the left margin. Okay, do what works for you. Okay, justification, you see that I have written it down. I'm not going to read the justification to you. You can rewind and listen to what I was saying so you can understand the justification. Let's move to our second example. Let's solve this equation here. 7 plus 9d equals 7d minus 7. Just like I told you, I will make sure that I rewrite the original. So I have here 7 plus 9d equals 7d minus 7. Notice I have d terms on both sides of the equal sign. Okay, so I want to get the d terms on one side. In this case, I'm going to get it on the left-hand side. So I need to get rid of the positive 7d that's right here. I want to get rid of it that's on the right-hand side. So I get rid of it by subtracting 7d from both sides of the equal sign. So I have minus 7d, continue on with that. 7d minus 7d, give me that lovely 0 there, leaving on the right-hand side a negative 7. You can't forget to bring that negative down. And I know some of you said subtract. You're going to hear me interchanging those words, subtract and negative. Okay, so I brought down my negative 7 on the right-hand side. Then I have a positive 2d here because of 9d minus 7d gives me that 2d. And let me erase this line here so you won't get confused with the division sign there. So we have plus d and continue on bring that 7, positive 7 there. And notice that we had this positive 7 and I brought it down. I just want you to make sure you're paying attention to where my information is coming from, where those constants are coming from, and where the variable terms are coming from. Remember, I know I'm doing a lot of talking, and I may be talking very fast to you. Okay? You have control of adjusting the speed of this video. So now I want to get the constant on one side of the equal sign. So since I got my d term on the left-hand side, then I'm going to get my constant on the right-hand side. Here I have this positive 7. So in order to get rid of the positive 7, I have to subtract 7 from both sides of the equal sign. So when I do 7 minus 7, I get the lovely 0. Okay. Then on the right-hand side, I have negative 7 minus 7. So I have here 2d equals negative 14. Like I stated earlier, if you don't know your integers, if you don't understand why negative 7 minus 7 equals negative 14, this lesson is not for the integers. You input that into your decimals. Okay, moving right along. So on the left-hand side, I brought down 2d, and on the right-hand side, I brought down negative 14. Notice I circle the coefficient of d because of I need to isolate the term. Not isolate the term, I need to isolate the variable d, okay, so that I can find the value. Therefore, since d is being multiplied by 2, I must divide both sides by 2 to undo the multiplication of d. So let's divide both sides by 2, and 2 divided by 2 here is the lovely 1. 2 divided by 2 is 1, therefore I got 1d. I've isolated the variable d. Awesome. Negative 14 divided by 2 is absolutely negative 7. Move right along. Let's move this fastly. Justification, write it down. It was given, because since I rewrite it, I always write given down because of I didn't do anything to it. Okay? And I would not say that you see what I have written for you. And make sure you write those steps Because what happens when you're writing down your steps and words, when you need to verbally explain or explain about writing, you'll be able to communicate your process. Moving on to the next example. Let's do this. I hope you're benefiting from this video. Let's continue with negative 10 plus 10q equals 10 plus 6q. Notice that we have q on both sides. We have the 10q, that's plus 10q, and then on the right hand side, on the right hand side, we have plus 6q. Okay, we need those terms to be on one side. In this case, I am moving the q terms to the right hand side. I will tell you, I don't always do it. Sometimes I move it to the left. It just depends. And if you look at some of my videos, other videos, you will notice that. Why do I do that? Because it doesn't matter. In this case, it doesn't matter which side. Okay, because it's like you have constants. Like here, I have a constant on I have constant. So I have a constant and the q terms on both sides of the equal sign, so it doesn't matter which side I move it to it. So I just choose that. Okay. So now I'm rewriting the leaving the space so that I can subtract 6q from both sides since it's a positive 6q. So now let's subtract that 6q from both sides so that I can not isolate, but so that I can have my q terms on one side of the equal sign. Okay. So here you see 6q minus 6q equals 0. And I brought down my lovely negative 10. I brought that negative 10 to here. So we have negative 10 plus 4q equals 10. And then on my next step here, you see I have negative 10 and I'm adding 10 to both sides. And why am I adding 10 to both sides? Because I have a negative 10 here. And I already have my q terms. 4q is on the left-hand side of the equal sign, and I don't have a q term on the right side. So I'm moving my constant to the right side by adding 10 to both sides. Okay. Negative 10 plus 10 is 0. Bring down my 4q. I have 4q equals 20. I'm dividing both sides by the coefficient of q, which is 4. So 4 divided by 4 is 1. So I have 1q on the left-hand side equals 20 divided by 4 is 5. Always remember, whatever you do to one side of the equal sign, you must do it to both to keep it balanced. Okay, that's basically you're keeping it balanced. Write your justifications down. That is very important for you. So you write it down. You're thinking, this is what I was thinking, and this is what I did. I did it, I thought it, and I wrote it down. I thought it, I did it, wrote it down. Thought it, I did. Okay. Anyway, just try to have a little fun there. It is what it is, right? All right, moving on to the next equation. Okay, most like this is my last one, solving the equation. And we have here 4 and 4/10 m plus 6 and 6/700 equals negative 9 and 6/600 minus 8 and 5/100 minus 2/10 m. Yes, we have decimals. Decimals are rational numbers. I said rational coefficients, okay? So now let's rewrite this equation. 4 and 4/10 m plus 6 and 6/700 equals negative 9 and 6/600 minus 8 and 5/100 minus 2/10 m. What I'm about to do now is combine like terms because I've noticed that we have constants here. We have constant on the same side. So before I start manipulating both sides of the equal sign, I want to make sure though that on either side I have all my constants together and all my variable terms together before we start adding and subtracting left and right side of the equals, or before we start multiplying and dividing on the left and right side of the equals. Let's do this. Now remember, negative 9 and 6/600 minus 8 and 5/100. You can input that in decimal so that you can get the correct answer. Okay. So when I combine negative 9 and 6/600 minus 8 and 5/100, I got the lovely negative 18 and 1700. And I brought down my minus 2/10 m. Now I'm bringing down my 6 and 6/700 plus 4 and 4/10 m. Just rewriting it, so I'm setting it up because next, what I want to do, let me stop this. What I am doing, I'm moving my m terms to the left-hand side. Okay. So I'm getting rid of my negative and 2/10 m that's on the right-hand side of the equal sign by doing the opposite. What is the opposite of subtract? Add. Okay, so I'm adding 2/10 m to both sides to make sure I'm balancing. Then I bring down the information I didn't use on the left hand. On the right hand side, I brought down negative 18 and 1700s. Now on the left hand side, I'm combining my m terms here. And when you combine 4 and 4/10 m plus 2/10 m, you get 4 and 6/10 m. Now I'm rewriting my information so that I can get the constants on the right side of the equal sign because I have my m terms on the left side of the equal sign. So I am going to subtract 6, negative 6. I'm going to subtract the 6 and 6/700s. Okay? I want to say negative because it's subtract. Anyway, moving right along. Subtract. When I subtract 6 and 6/700 from 6 and 6/700, I get 0. That leaves me with, on the left hand side, that leaves me with 4 and 6/10 m. On the right hand side, I'm combining negative 18 and 1700s and negative 6 and 6/700, and I get negative 24 and 8400s. Now I have 4 and 6/10 m equals negative 24 and 8400s. I'm going to divide both sides by the coefficient 4 and 6/10. Now I have 1 m equals negative 5 and 4/10. Remember, input this into a calculator or decimals if you're using any, if it's a graphic calculator or decimals, that's what I support or advocate for. Justification, write it down so that you can have it and you can go back and look in your notes. And this most definitely help you to become more accurate with your solving equations, right? Okay. Thank you. Let's move on to takeaways. Takeaway from this lesson: show your work, show your algebraic process, and write down the steps. Write down what you're doing to both sides of the equal sign. Okay. Some of you may be like, well, you were switching numbers around. I don't think I actually switched numbers around. I was adding subtracting to both sides. Okay. But if you want to use things of, additive properties, when you're adding something to both sides, that's the addition property of equality. You could write that down if you choose to. The subtraction property of equality, I just did not write down the name of the properties, but feel free to do that. Justify your steps, your algebraic step when you're adding, subtracting, multiplying, dividing both sides, or combining like terms, then you're justifying your steps. Okay, you're telling why you, or you could justify by telling, like using the properties, or you can say I'm adding, because whatever you do to one side of the equal sign, you must do it to the other side of the equal sign, because you have to keep that balance. Okay. Ooh, now I'm thinking about if I was lifting weight 20 pounds with my right curl, I'm doing bicep curl with 20 pounds, then with my left 5 pounds, I'm gonna look a hot mess. Okay, and I'm not gonna be balanced. That's not a good thing. Okay. You must isolate the variable. You must isolate it. That means getting positive 1, whatever the variable is. You must get it isolated, get it by itself. That is the purpose of solving the equation. Okay. So here we go. And guess what you must believe you are? You must believe you, my dear, you are a thinker. You are a thinker. Okay? Make sure you go out and you do great things being a thinker. Process, mathematical thinking is the key, okay? And always remember, education is not the learning of facts, but the training of the mind to think. Albert Einstein, have a great day. And thanks for watching my lesson.